Fabian Buckley. I'm a safety director at WIB Construction and Safety, and I'm also a HSSE head for Power China. Today I'm going to be demonstrating this new application that we've created, which is a support base for all our paid members as WIB Academy. So I'll go through it. If there's any questions, please, if you wouldn't mind parking it until the open session for the questions and answers. If you have not already downloaded the app, if you wouldn't mind, you can see there's the QR code on the screen. So you can just download you can scan the QR code. And apologies, this is the team's QR code, excuse me. I will share the link now on the group. Everyone can just click on it. It makes life much easier that way. So you'll just click on the link that I'm going to share, and then you'll be able to go in and demo the application for yourself as well. Okay. So just give me 1 second. I just want to publish it. I'll also share it on our WhatsApp group. Okay, so it's shared. All right, so let me jump straight in. So firstly, let me explain the intention of this app, why I created it. I know there's a lot of people that struggle with their CPD cycle and compliance to the CPD cycle. And we've picked up as well as that there's a lot of uncertainty when it comes to CPD with SACP CMP, and I know everyone thinks that it's going to cost us an arm and a leg to comply with it every year, and that's the notion that people have. But the reality is that there's various processes and there's things that we can do within our CPD cycle that actually is free. So it's stuff that we can do on our own without us paying for bundles. I mean, some of the bundles are ridiculous. I believe I've heard somebody paying up to 14,000 Rand on their CPD bundles to SACP CMP. So those are some of the challenges that people are faced with because they leave their CPD cycles for so long that they tend to forget about it, carry on working and living life. And then on number 99, they find that they are in a serious situation because they have very limited time left for them to comply with their CPD cycle. And then people are obviously then forced to purchase these bundles, etc., because it's the quickest way for them to obtain their required points, which many of us have our concerns. We know we'll talk about SACP as it seems to be like a scheme and those kind of aspects. And it's unfortunate, but a lot of the time we are our own worst enemies when it comes to these situations because it doesn't help us by not doing what they require us to do. As you know, many of you guys know I've been fighting this cause for many years with them. But for me, what I've come to realize, being involved in both the SACP CMP from a VA perspective when we were at HSC Connection Point, and also being part of the technical committee with the labor, you've come to realize that this organization is going nowhere, guys. That's the reality that everyone has come to realize. It's being supported by government, it's being pushed by government, and unless government changes, SACP CMP is not going anywhere. So let me dive into the presentation just to explain. As I said, I hope everybody has clicked on it and registered so far. And then I'm going to show you guys now how the application works. So this is what I'm sharing with you now, obviously, is the laptop view, but it's also extremely mobile friendly. It's actually an application. So it can be, you can utilize the platform on your computer and you can also use it on your mobile, right? So when you open up, once you've registered and we've confirmed that you are a paid member with WIB Academy, you will then have, sorry, I'm just adding people as they're joining everyone. So you will see that you have, this will be your dashboard of what will come up. You can see I've used this as an example. Please don't go and tell everyone I'm saying that I'm an agent. I've applied for my agent's application. Approvals is because this the one that I've used as a sample. Okay, so once once you go in after you've registered, you will then be able to log in. You'll be able to add your photograph and everything on the system, so we know who you are. I'm gonna go into the flow of the CPD tracker. I want to show that to you guys last, but I just want to show you what a powerful application that we have created for you guys. Okay, so when it comes, if you click on training, it's gonna so we do have online courses that are available on our e-learning platform, which is through Thinkific, which is a platform that we utilize for all our e-learning material. So if you go on to there, you will be able to attend the training, complete the training, watch the videos. There's tests, etc. after the training, and when it's done, you will then your certificate itself. Okay. Then we have, for an example, we have these videos that we've also uploaded on our training section. So if you click, will open up. Sorry, I don't know why my internet is so slow today, guys. Please excuse me. I don't know if it's the cold here in the Free State. So this will open up to the actual videos you can watch through the application itself, or on this on the computer if you are using the software. All right. So that open up to the video, and then you can obviously watch, as I said, watch the video online. This is just a training that I done a few years ago, explaining for those that are wanting to register as an agent, and as a, it's more of a senior, let's call it a senior training session with the managers and agents, but just to give everyone an understanding with regards to what you need to complete, how you should do it, what are the expectations that are coming from the assessors, because I was also once a trained assessor, and I was not a moderator, but I was a trained assessor with the SACP CMP. We did training at their offices in Johannesburg, and they explained a lot that gives you a good guidance and understanding with regards to what are their expectations when it comes to your application. When it comes to now your um when it comes to now how with the one with Ramon, I just want to show you. So Ramon has also shared a very nice CPD cycle compliance and evidence training, and that's also available on the application. So again, you can click on it here. Sorry, excuse me. Right, so this will be the training, and this is where Ramon explains to you exactly how you need to, or what you need to do to comply when it comes to your CPD cycles. All right. So that's the training. As I mentioned, just a quick one. If you look at our risk assessments, our incident investigations, and those, we are getting these QCTO accredited as well. Our QCTO process is underway. We've completed the assessments. We've already got 2 courses that are QCTO accredited, which is our Occupational Health and Safety Practitioner NQF Level 5, as well as our First Aid Level 1. And then we got incident investigation and risk assessment that should also be completed, approved soon. Right, so if you click on this one, this will take us to, sorry, I don't know why this link didn't work. Sorry, give me a second. So if we go into here and we click on enroll now, it will take you to the academy, the Thinkific Academy, where you can see our actual courses that are online, e-learning courses. So you can enroll now. So obviously these are what we charge for those that are not members. All our paid members that pay their 200 and a month will be able to all e-learning. You can also do them at your own time and your own leisure. Okay. All right, so that explains this the section here pertaining to training. As you guys all know as well, we're not only focusing now on health and safety and environmental professionals, but we're also opening it up now to project managers, construction managers as well. Eventually, we're looking at some engineers and building inspectors and the full let's call it the built environment personnel joining the academy and participating, because we feel that if everyone's one big happy family, all engaged, the connection connects everybody together, where we can share ideas, share concerns, and if we can change the mindset of project managers and construction managers, and at that level, we know that we've already won a lot of the battle in that regards. So I think that's why we consider that we need to bring them on board with us so that we're all fighting the same fights. We're not trying to fight each other on a job site or in a company, and we're trying to achieve. All right. So the next one I want to quickly show you guys is the mentorship. So on the mentorship, this is now where our members can join in. They can register as a mentor. So you can register here as a mentor. You click on here and you go into the system. You'll then be able to register as a mentor. And so you'll be able to choose your category as to what you would like to register as a mentor on and how many candidates you're willing to train. And then you would submit your application. That will come through to us as the administrators, and we will then approve or reject those that do not meet the criteria as a mentor. Those that do meet the criteria as a mentor, you'll be able to be mentored. If you are a candidate and you're looking for a mentor through the organization, through the application, you will be able to go through and you'll be able to search for a specific mentor, whether you're looking for a construction manager or a project manager or an agent or manager, etc. You will be able to register directly through the application. Then we also have our agreements as well. You have your meeting logs that you will have for the different engagements that the people will have. And then you have your calendar where we can schedule actual engagements for that period with who send the link. And then the candidates that will be online will be able to join through that link and they will be able to participate in that mentorship, whether it's a training session or a feedback session, whatever the case may be. All right. So this is how this is going to assist everybody when it comes to a mentorship process. All right. The next, excuse me, the next we have is just a professional passport. So this is also something good that we will have within the system, that you can basically look at all your certificates, all your mentorships that you've done, your CPD records, everything will be able to be found under your profile and your information that you'll be able to have here. You'll also be able to see your CPD points, your cycle as you are improving, as you are submitting your documentations through the system. You will be able to upload and keep a track of your CPD points required for that period. And then obviously you'll be able to add certificates and all of that to your system. This will basically become like your professional passport. So as the organization grows, as we have more and more members joining, this will be like a kind of a LinkedIn in a sense of how you'd be able to track and keep everything readily available for anyone that you want access to see, okay, I'm so and so, this is who I am, this is what I've done. It will be basically like your bio that you would be able to share with people also. All right. And then you have your So these are the documents that we've shared from SACP CMP themselves. So this is like your criteria for CPD activities, your CPD policy documents, your guidelines, your professional practice notes, your mentorship agreement templates, and these are all your various templates that you would utilize as well. So if you want to click on here, you'll see there's also some samples. So it will take you to the website and also where to find the information. We would link that to that specific documents as well. So when it comes to mentoring, then you'll be able to save it on your phone or on your computer. So if you go into it there, okay, click on your mentorship agreement. Now my screen is looking very busy. And then it will open up to the actual document, which is the mentorship agreement. We've also shared on there as well some samples that you can use. So this is an exact sample of what you would required, and your mentor and your mentee, and then this needs to be done also by your HR department. So if you're working, for an example, from PCG, I would have our HR manager sign off on this as an agreement between myself and the mentees that are currently working under me, okay, that I am mentoring. So that's just an example of the various documentation that we have on the system. So any new doc, I will ensure that all of that is on the system, easily available for you to find. You'll have the current documentations as well at all times. So there's no confusion of finding the right templates or not. So next I have what I've also created in here is a community chat. So this will be like our WhatsApp. Eventually we will be moving away from the traditional WhatsApps itself. So we'll be able to chat directly in this community group. You'll be able to add videos, pictures, anything. This, as I said, is basically our chat room that we would utilize, okay, for our community members. And if we're searching for somebody, if you're searching for people, maybe you're looking for people to employ people, you're looking for somebody on the system that you would like to communicate with, etc., you can find them as well through the members directory. We also have a reading hub as well, where we will share information. So you'll see that parts of your CPD cycle, you can also read articles, you can write articles that can be published, etc. And through all of those things that you do, you also receive CPD points for that. Okay, so that's one of the nuggets that I'm sharing with you guys, that it's not just about paying for bundles, paying for courses, paying thousands of rands for various safety courses, but there's also other means and ways of doing it. And we got the video hub where we'll share various videos from our trainings as well as from the SACP themselves. You can see this was one that I've loaded for the limited special dispensation that was conducted by Pucha Matutle, the registrar. And then you'd have your reports as well that you'd be able to download from the system. So all these reports will be able to give you a good understanding as to what's your compliance, where you're at, and the rest of them. And I've also included quite a nice one just for some fun interactive, which eventually we're going to start making it like kind of a monetized process, where we'll start giving gifts and incentives and all of that for various personnel that are performing certain functions very well. Maybe they got a lot of and whatever else they're doing and what they're producing and publishing within the application, we'll start giving those people actual rewards and monetary gifts as well. There'll be vouchers, maybe your Take-A-Lot vouchers, Checkers vouchers, and things like that that they can then utilize to purchase whatever they would like. All right, so that's this explanation so far. I hope I'm with everybody still and everyone's online and understands me thus far. I'm gonna now jump into the one of the main items which for me is the real game changer as well. So this is our CPD tracker that I've created. Okay, what this does is it allows you within the professional, personal, mentorship, and public. Okay, this will allow you to click on. Sorry, I'm just adding. There's quite a few more people that's joining a bit later. Okay, guys, can you if you please just mute yourself, please, if you wouldn't mind. Hello, can you please please mute yourself? Thank you very much. All right, so this is the main star of the. When you go to professional, and this is something that everybody struggles with because they don't understand what must I complete when it comes to professional, what must I complete when it comes to personal, mentorship, and public. Now, the way I've designed this application is that it is as easy as you can get. When you come to activity, give you all the various options that you can select from relating to professional. Okay. So when it comes to that, you can see there's research options. You can have an assessment for SSCP CMP applications. That means that you're basically assisting with verifying, assessing of applications. You have various projects as well that you can include. You have training of contractors. You have professional consulting and advising, serving in technical committees like myself. I can add my appointments and my meetings and all of that we attend. Your research supervision, your site audits, external examiner, delivering of lectures. If you somebody that a university calls on at times to come in and do lectures to their students, you can upload that as well. Toolbox talks that you're conducting on site and your health and safety inductions. Okay, so if, for an example, you were doing a health and safety induction upload, you would click on that. You would then go to the bottom section, which would say certificate. And we know for inductions, we use attendance registers. Okay, we would then say, let's use this as an example. Then we would click on here to upload. So we would click on it. We would say open. Now you can see it's uploaded, and then we can go and submit the evidence. Okay. When we submit the evidence on the application or on the software, this information will then come through to myself or one of our assessors as admins. It will come through to our admin panel. And there you will see that there was a submission that was done on our CPD approvals. You can see that there's one that's been submitted by Fabian Buckley for professional practice for year 1, 2026, the 6th of the 6th. And then once I've gone through and I've reviewed it, so once I click on it as an admin and I check that it is fine, it's acceptable for you to upload to the SACP CMP, I would then approve it. If I reject it, I would then click on reject and I will give you reasons why we've rejected that specific evidence that you've uploaded. So if I click on approve, I click on, it would say approved, correct, and I confirm approval. It will then indicate to me now that's uploaded my items on my CPD tracker, all right, that specific activity has been approved. Okay, so you'll be notified to health and safety has been approved. Now, what you would then do is with this document, you would then be able to download it into a separate folder. So you would download it into a separate folder. All right. So if we're doing it here and we're saying CPD, so if I'm putting it here, I'm just giving you all this as an example. So this is CPD cycle. I then open, I save it. Once I click on it and I go into the CPD cycle folder, or once all my evidence has been accepted by the administrators, you will click on it and you will see the actual document which you already uploaded, but that's now seen as the approved one, which you can then upload onto your CPD portal. Okay, so this is just an example of the document that would have been. So that's that. So when we go into the others, I just want to show you, not done yet. When we go back to, so these are points values that we've already placed in here, which is aligned to the requirements of SACP CMP. You can see that we can also raise the points or lower accordingly through the application based on what they give us from their side. Okay, so they would share the information and say, okay, we're giving you some need to comply with. So when you come back now, if we go back to our uploading of evidence, you'll see when it goes into personal, it changes. So your information on personal now changes. Now you got skills and other training. You got meetings, you got mentoring and coaching. Okay, you got academic studies, you got reading of industry related material. So what we also doing is on our app, we will have on our reading section where I showed you previously. What we'll have is that when you go in and you go into the reading hub and post, it will give you at the end, it will track how much time you spend reading the app, the article, and you'll be able to download that information with that article, submit that through to SACP CMP as your evidence to prove that I've actually read this article and this was the time that I spent to read it. And then from there, the person that is assessing it on their side will determine how much points you would achieve by just reading an article. So that's as simple or basic as I can explain that part of it, of how it works, right? So again, when it comes to personal, when you click on there, you click on here, it's opening up with everything that you have on here, and you will then upload, for an example, your academic studies. You would then indicate, okay, maybe it's a certificate or it's a journal article, published article, or it's an attendance register. You would then click on it. You would indicate it's a certificate. You would then go and click on upload and you would submit your evidence. All right. That's as simple as it is. When it comes to mentorships, same thing will apply. You will go to mentorship over here. You would click on here. It will say mentorship of a registered candidate. You are mentoring experiential learner, informal mentoring of staff, which is the sample letter that I showed you guys that would be signed by your HR. You have community mentoring where you're going to schools or you're going to your community areas where you're speaking to them about health and safety. You're speaking to them about anything relating to that, talking to youngsters within the community, explaining them about home safety, fire, anything to that extent. If you have the proof of that, you can then click, you can evidence, and you can your letter. So maybe you can get from the counselor or something, a letter of confirmation that you can review and approve. So from our side, we'll first do the review and approval before it goes through, before you can upload it directly to your CPD cycle. But I think once you start getting the hang of this, you'll find that you'll be able to know whether it's approved or not. Okay, so this is just the guidance that you'll get through the application. And then next, and then through us as well. Sorry, the app won't give you all the guidance. You obviously get a lot of guidance through us. And then you got your government briefing sessions, your short courses, your workshops, your accredited conferences. This is now where you'd add your your various conferences that you would attend. If it's a government conference, you see that a lot of them nowadays are offering CPD points through the various organizations. And then you have your a CPD approved seminars and webinars, which we also going to be getting accredited through the SACP CMP. So that's going to make your life so much easier. So if you click on one of the approved seminars or one of the approved training courses that we're going to on our e-learning platform that you can complete and upload your certificate for, when you complete your seminar or webinar, you'll be able to add your attendance register. You'll be able to conference, let's use webinar for now, webinar, and then you'll be able to click on the various item, you'd open it, you'd upload it, and you'd submit your evidence. Okay. So, and once all of that is done, you'll see at the end, you'll be a full explanation as well, where if you are stuck with anything, you want to understand something better, you can click on here, you can read exactly how many points you make, what is your required cycle that you have for your year 1, which is 24 points required, your year 2, which is 17, and your year 3, which is only 9 points for your 4 categories that you need to comply with, right? So what evidence must be uploaded, all of this, you guys, you will get the guidance and information from here, and we will support you guys by reviewing the stuff before you just submit to make sure that you haven't missed a signature here, or your company's stamp is not on there, your HR hasn't signed the documents, those kind of things. We will go in and check before you submit it, so you're not wasting your time submitting stuff on your portal, and it's being once it's done, allocated the various points that you'd have completed within your cycle. You then go into your professional passport, and then you'll be able to see how many points it is exactly that you've achieved each year. So year 1 will be your 0 out of your 35, and then it will go as per the guidance what we've shared with you guys here, explaining that on year 1 you would have complied with your 24 points, then year 2 would be your 17 points, and finally your year 9 will give you your full points. Okay, so your full cycle would have been on your is based on your 50 CPD points, which we would allocate accordingly on your professional passport. Okay, but we'll obviously track it for you guys. You'll be able to track it on year 1, year 2, year 3. The important thing to also understand about with SACP CMP and your cycle, you can do all 50 points in even all the bundles under the sun, you've got all your mentorships and stuff in place, you can only obtain 24 points maximum for that year, for year 1. For year 2, your maximum will only be 17, and your year 3 can only be 9. What's also very important to note that if you have one thing missing within your various categories, if you are non-compliant on one of these 4 categories, guys, unfortunately, you will still not be seen as competent, as compliant, and you will be deregistered due to CPD cycle non-compliance. Okay, so that's my presentation complete. If you'll have any questions, I'll open it up to everyone who has any questions. Please feel free to jump in, raise your hand, and then I'll allow you to ask your question, and then we can see how we can assist you guys. Thank you. Don't feel shy, please. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Hi, Fabian. I'll go first.
Hi. And Duduzi, go ahead.
I'm good. Okay, I'm doing the CPD, but then there's there's my application that's appending, something that I submitted, but I'll register on your link so that I'll ask you privately what's going on. And yeah, I need help with this because somehow it confuses me, and I can't pay this 4,000 something for their courses and stuff.
Yeah,
Uh,
Nduruzi, I'm happy that you mentioned that. So obviously you're paying 4,000 for a bundle that's gonna only cover you for one aspect of your four items. So it's very important for us to understand these things that we're paying 4,000 Rand to SACP CMP additionally for our CPD cycle compliance. But when
mm,
you look at it, it's only covering you for a few points, and it's only covering you for maybe one out of the four or two out of the four sometimes. So it's very important for us to understand that we can't just pay the money and think that we're going to be compliant once we've watched the videos online and then we compliance. But I'm glad that you mentioned that, Duduzi. So yeah, my suggestion to you guys is to register with us, get access to the application. As I said, this is for all our paid members that will have access to the application. And it makes your life so much easier. And then you also have a big brother or big sister that's also checking your applications, your evidence that you're uploading to make sure that what you submit is standard to compliance. My idea as well, guys, while we're on this topic, because eventually I want to get SACP CMP on board, that they will have their own assessors and personnel that will be able to check on our system. We'll give them administrative rights to check the evidence that's been uploaded to assist to approve and give allocate points, etc., through the application. That's the long-term goal that we want to try and achieve, and try and see if we can come to a consensus where if you upload it to our system and it's approved by one of their assessors and moderators, then automatically you'll be able to allocate your points on your CPD cycle. So that's eventually the long-term plan that I'm looking at. But I need some support from the seniors once their guys are back from certain situations that they are in at the moment. So that's just to let you know what we're looking at as a long-term objective, to try and have them online to check on the evidence perspective and make sure that whatever's been uploaded is approved. Once we say it's approved, they then take it on their side automatically as it's approved because it's been checked and verified or vetted by their own assessors also. All right. So yeah,
thank you
no,
very.
thanks a lot,
Please
Mduduzi.
don't
Go ahead, sir.
please don't forget to send the link.
The link to join the academy.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I will share the link.
Okay.
So yeah, do I have any other questions from anyone
Morning,
or any
Fabian. Elton, yeah?
statements? Morning. How's it, Elton? Go ahead. I see Christian's hand
Fabian,
is up as well. I'll
yeah,
just
sorry, but
no, it's fine. You can speak next. Carry on,
okay,
Elton.
I just wanted to ask, okay, now, so in uploading evidence, right? So if we do a toolbox talk, obviously we do on a toolbox talk register, we upload
Yes,
that. But with
correct.
SACP, they're required on certain annexures. So I just wanted to clarify with that.
Yes. Look, that's exactly what I've said to you guys, that on the training, that we would make sure that the documents that you would have access to, the annexures and the various templates that they are looking for, will always be in your document section here, with the sample documents that they do approve, that there's no examples from their side on. That's like, as I mentioned, your mentorship agreements between yourself, as let's say you're a safety manager and you have safety officers working under you. You have that mentorship agreement internally within your organization that is signed and approved by your HR. You will then upload that as your evidence, and from that alone, you will receive your points. Ramon explains that quite nicely in the training that he's done, which, as I said, it's available on YouTube if you want to watch it, or you can watch it the off the app over here. You'll be able to go in and watch that actual video where he explains the exact templates on what they're looking for. But we will make sure that all the templates relating to whether it's on a toolbox talk, whether it's the mentorship agreements, whether it is a seminar or something that you've attended, what it is exactly they're looking for, what templates they're looking for that need to be completed. We will make sure sure that all of those are on here. If you see at the bottom, Elton, you'll go in, you'll see there's your project profile report template. That is the exact template that they approve of from the SACP CMP. That's one that you can also utilize to gain your CPD points. And then there's your toolbox talk template that you mentioned here. If you go and you click on download, you'll be able to download the actual template itself for that. So if we just quickly go in, I just want to show you. Once you click on to the actual document and click, sorry, I opened the wrong one again. Apologies. It's this one. So if you click on there, you would see the actual annexure and template that they are looking for. Oh yeah, can you see? So that will be the one that you will use as your proof of evidence when you are doing your toolbox talks. Obviously, you're not going to be doing that every day, but as and when you need it, and you'll see that you rack up your points very, very quickly for with the SACP CMP on these evidence that you submit. All right, so I'm just gonna open it up. Apologies. Go ahead, Christian.
Morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, morning. We can hear you. Can go ahead.
Morning. Just a quick question. How do you determine the amount of points allocated for each submittal?
Okay, that's a good question, Christian. So when you go into um, your CPD tracker, you would see that when it comes to your points guide, your points value, this is where they determine. So you get one CPD point for a full day event that you've attended. So obviously it's a full day event that must be CPD evaluated and approved from the SACP-CMP, and that will give you your one CPD point for that. If you're attending a half day event at 0.5, if you have your conference papers, it's 2, your journal, your research, your articles that you write, that will be 4, and it goes on and on. So there is specific guidance as to what it is and how you make your points through the various options. Um, I would actually love you to please watch the video. I'm gonna share the video link from YouTube for you guys to watch that video that Ramon Buckley shared. And in there, he'll explain perfectly the points as well that you can receive for various aspects. I can show you all. I know that we are going over the hour, but if you'll have the time, I can quickly show you on the document side of things, just to explain, and you would see that there's an evidence pack. Let me just go down to it. So your evidence pack, yeah, this also shares, it explains to you what it is exactly that you need. And from that evidence pack, there's also a template that is shared from the SACP CMP side that explains how many points you would receive or achieve for uploading your various aspects. So once you have the full template pack, there's your, I think it's this one, which is the Word document that was done by Cindy from the SACP CMP as well. Just want to show you all. And in this acceptable evidence pack, you will see how many points you achieve or receive for whatever you're uploading. Okay, so this is the complete pack with all the annexures and templates. And in here as well, you will see how many points are achieved for what you submit for your evidence itself. I just need to find that for you, and then I'll be able to share it on the WhatsApp group so that you can see exactly how many points you receive. You would see, that's what I'm saying. I wish I could show you as well. Ramon shows it on his video also. What points he's received thus far and how quickly he's managed to comply with his first year, just by doing a couple of the mentorships, agreements, and toolbox talks, your project evidence and those things, and how he's managed to comply with all of that and one or two other trainings and stuff that he's done, and he's easily managed to comply with the 24 points requirements within the year. So I'll share that one as well with you on the group, the video, and I'll also share the points value on how they work out the points value on the WhatsApp group as well, Christian. All right.
Thank you very
But
much.
as I
Thank
said,
you.
if
Just
as
remember
I
to
said,
share
if
the application link as well, please.
I will. I'll share the application link on the group. Again, guys, just note that as I said, this did cost us some bucks to create and time and effort to create. So it is for our monthly paid members for that you have full access to the application. You have access to our e-learning, Thinkific training modules, etc. Once the CPD points are approved from SSCP CMP side, you'll be able to get your certificates from there as well, upload that as your evidence. So all of that will be benefits of what our members receive by being part of WIB's Academy. Okay, that's only a 200 Rand a month that everyone's paying for, and that's nothing to the value that you're getting. As Mduduzi rightfully mentioned as well, guys, you're paying 4,000 Rand for one bundle, and it's only covering you for a few CPD points on one specific criteria. Yeah, we are trying, we what we're doing is we want this application, the academy, etc., that you're getting it as a one-stop shop for everything, where you're paying only a minimum of 200 Rand a month, but you are complying with your full CPD cycle within a year. That's costing you next to nothing when you really consider what the benefits that you are getting. Besides the information, the other mentorships, the other trainings and podcasts and things that are going to be doing very soon, you're getting a lot of benefits for that 200 Rand a month. Okay. So yeah, if there's any other questions, guys, please let me know. Other than that, I'll close the session today. And please feel free to ask me any questions on the groups. You can ask me privately as well if you have my number. But yeah, please feel free. We are here to support you guys and assist you all as much as we possibly can. All right. So without any further ado, thank you very much. I'll close the session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Fabian.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.